Hello, welcome back to my channel on YouTube, Prosperous Living with Toyia. And I'm on TikTok, Prosperous Living with _T. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Tuesday morning. Let's talk about manifesting. There are only 4 steps to manifesting. There are only 4 steps. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So I'm TikTok on my Android. Yes, I'm an Android person. Samsung Galaxy is where it's at. And streaming on YouTube. Welcome, welcome all. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Welcome. Good morning. Good Tuesday morning. Manifesting. We got to keep it simple. Super simple. We kiss, kiss, kiss over here, right? We kiss, kiss, kiss. So good morning to the YouTube family and rise and shine to the TikTok family. Say Z for life. Okay, okay, okay. Yes, yes. All right, all right. Yeah, so when manifesting, the 4 steps, 4 easy steps. Hope my phone don't keep dropping. 4 easy steps to manifesting. Decide what you want. That's the first. We always do that. This is innate within us. We inherently manifest all our life, right? It's not about how to manifest. It's about what do you desire? What is it that you want? That's the first step. It could be general. It can be specific, right? It could be either or. What is it that you want? What is it that you're looking for? Number 2, you got to give thanks for already receiving, for already having that which you desire. Acknowledgement. You're not asking in the sense that you're wanting someone to permit you to have a thing, right? No. You're what? You're deciding what it is that you want. That's the asking. You're deciding. You're making it known. You're acknowledging that the thing you asked for already exists, right? You know it already exists. So you give thanks for it. You give thanks for already having, for already receiving the thing you desire. The number 3, this part is you must use this part. This part is very important. You have to believe. You have to have faith. You must believe. You must have faith. You must have faith. Faith is required to actualize your desire. This way you must persist. You must remain faithful, commitment, steadfastness, perseverance, persistence, consistency. All those words mean the same thing. You just have to continue to remain faithful. Faithfulness to your desire is required. All right. Then the 4th part, this part, you got to learn how to do, because you so long thought that you could make something happen. For so long thought that it was your responsibility to bring it to you. No, it automatically comes. You are compelled to do what's ever necessary, because you must understand that you act from your beliefs. It's because of what you believe. That's why you do what you do, because you believe as you do. So you do as you believe. So if you want to have different experiences, what you got to change your beliefs. Hey, El Glaze. Hey, Toyia. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And hello, YouTube. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Say hi in the chat. Say hello. Good morning. Hey, hey, Jasmine. So yes, I am streaming again on YouTube as well as TikTok. Hey, Monty Jack. Reminding you that there are 4 simple steps to manifesting, right? And you can employ any technique you desire. One thing you know, 2 things for sure, right? One thing for certain, 2 things for sure. You're always talking to yourself, right? Always. So that is your affirmation, your conversation. You have to ask yourself, what are you affirming? What are you talking about? What are you giving your attention to? What are you giving your energy to? Because that's what you're creating. You are the only thinker. You will always be the only thinker in your reality. And your world is just reflecting back to your thoughts. And a lot of your beliefs you got from other people. You got them from your parents, from your community, from your government, from the school system. They all told you how you should think, how you should be, how you should feel. And then you come over to this journey we call the awakened mind, the enlightened mind. And then you realize that, yeah, conformity isn't always the way to go. The world taught you how to conform to fear. Now it's time to actualize love, to operate from the state of love, right? And so now we're going to learn how to learn ourselves. Good morning, Alicia. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How's everyone doing this wonderful Tuesday morning? And April, good morning. Hey, Michelle, hey. All right. And I know it's so many different ways to manifest. There's infinite ways to manifest. The key is that you have to learn what works for you. Know thyself, right? So when I came on this journey, I tried to do what everybody else was doing. The scripting and journaling, the vision board. What else did I do? Because I was listening to You Are Creators, Justin. So I did do like the I guess you call them subliminals, but he didn't call it that. He didn't call it subliminals. But affirmations while you go to sleep. I even did that. I did that for like 2 days. It didn't work for me. And then I discovered what works for me. What works for me. And what works for me is just talking to myself. Constantly reminding myself of who I am and what I deserve. Oh, okay. All right. So you're on your iPad viewing and on your phone on TikTok. Okay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Artsy Legs, welcome. Thank you for the support. Hello, April. Welcome, welcome. Yes. And so you discovering what works for you will be all important to how you succeed in this thing called life, how you recognize how you manifest, right? And I do know it's very important how you go to sleep. Here's the thing we all do. We all go to sleep and we all talk to ourselves. This is what scripture is reminding you. This is what is innately inherent within you. You have speech, right? You have a mind and speech, right? That's what we were given on this plane, on this spiritual plane. And we're always the body is always going to rest, right? The conscious mind always goes to sleep. And the subconscious mind never goes to sleep. It's always at work. But you want to be mindful of what you're communicating to your subconscious mind. That's why it is so imperative to pay attention to how you go to sleep at night. What are you thinking about? Hey, neighbor, good morning. Hey, Samichia, welcome, welcome. Good morning, good morning. Hello, hello, good morning. So I am streaming on TikTok and on YouTube. So you have to discover what works for you, right? Are you a writer? Are you someone that easily can visualize? My husband, he can easily visualize. He does that. That's easy for him. It's not required for me to manifest. I don't have to see it in my mind before I experience it. All I have to do, right? Because words are pictures, right? Words are symbols of pictures. So I'm working with infinite intelligence here, right? Infinite intelligence gave us language, gave us pictures, right? So it already knows once I speak, when I say I want a Mercedes-Benz, it knows exactly what Mercedes-Benz looks like. Now, if I need to feel like to make it real for myself, I don't need to see me driving it. That's not required for me. For you, that may be necessary for you to feel like you actually have the Mercedes-Benz. You may need to see pictures of it. You may need to create a vision board about it. You may need to go do a test drive for it. You may have to go to sleep imagining that you're driving it. For me, I just have to claim it. I just have to talk to myself and keep telling myself, is mine, giving thanks, right? Step number 1, I decided I wanted a Mercedes-Benz. Step number 2, gave thanks for it, acknowledged it, knew that it already exists. I wasn't asking for something that did not already exist. I was asking for something that already does exist and seeing it as me having it. Number 3, I remained faithful to it. I wasn't doubting that I can get a Mercedes-Benz. I allowed it to feel natural for me to have it. And I'm just using that as an example. You can get anything that you want, anything in life you desire, you have to make it natural to you. That's what the feeling is, the secret is. That's what Neville Goddard talks about, feeling as a secret. He talks about it being natural to you, it being normal to you, feeling like you're supposed to have it. It's not weird, it's not uncomfortable. So that's why you rehearse it. That's why you practice it. So you practice the visualization if that's what comes easy for you. You practice the communing with yourself, which is the talking to you, or you practice the scripting if that makes it real to you, or you go for the test drive, or you do the vision board, whatever it is that makes it feel real for you, because that's what the end game is. It must feel real to you. And then the 4th part is, don't try to figure out how you're going to get the thing. You're going to naturally go about to do whatever's required to bring it into your experience, whether you're gifted it, whether you decide to, whether you win a sweepstakes of it, whether somebody, you get you get the best deal or offer that you can't pass up, or it's infinite ways, right? And you can say how much you want to pay for the car, whatever car you want. You can say, I want this type of car, I want this year, I don't want so many miles, and I want to pay this amount of money. You can do that. Hey, Cookie, good morning, good morning. Say, isn't that good morning, Dinsdale? Voice message in the Facebook group. I don't know. So I love writing and affirming. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Sunset Guru. Shop Hearth Books volumes. So we're not gonna say good morning, but we're gonna come over here and promote. Okay. I don't know what Hearth book volumes are. But you can go get my free books in my bio. The link is in my bio. You can go get my free books. You could go do that. Recipe for Life, Daily Diamond Gems, and 30-Day Transformation Journey. Free. Yes, it's free. Yes, and those books are truly geared to help you transform your thinking, because as Scripture says, be not conformed to this world, right? And Scripture, I relate to Scripture because now I understand it's about the psychology. It's about your mind, how to use your mind to obtain your every desire. That's why I'll always refer to Scripture, because Scripture is our guidebook. It is the basic instructions before leaving this plane, before leaving this thing we call Earth. Right? And it is telling you how to transform your mindset so you can obtain your every desire. And so Romans 12:2 does tell you to be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. And so that 30-day transformation journey in my link tree in the bio, it gives you every day, gives you an affirmation, scripture, and it gives you an explanation of scripture. So you can transform your thinking so you can realize that there's no limitations for you other than the limitations you put on yourself. So stop putting limitations on yourself. And it really does help you to change the way you think about you, because for so long we have been told such negative things about ourselves. We've had so many traumatic experiences throughout life based on our belief system, based on the fear mongering that we were giving when we come into this plane, right? Where We experience the dual mindset, duality, right? That's the allegory that we find in Genesis, talking about the tree of knowledge of good and evil. We all come here and we experience that illusion of separateness, the illusion of otherism, the illusion of thinking that someone is different than you or less than you based on whether you came from a certain type of background, whether you have a certain complexion, whether you have a certain amount of money. But then when you come into the awakened mind, right? You went through the horrors, what I like to call Nightmare on Elm Street. You can say nightmare on whatever street you landed on, whatever street you found yourself on, where you experienced all of the hellish things that you could possibly think of for you. It was the worst experience for you. It wasn't loving. It wasn't kind. It wasn't nurturing. It wasn't building you up. It was tearing you down and reminding you of all of your limitations and telling you you were only human. But then you come to this side. You come to the fantasy island side. You come to the awakened mindset. You come to the enlightened mind. And you come to realize that none of those things you were told were true. It wasn't the truth about you. You're not human. You're a spiritual being. What having a human experience? You came to experience everything you were not just to say that you could, just because for the simple reason you wanted to. And it had to seem real to you. You weren't pretending to forget. You actually forgot who you were. You actually did. We all did. But now that you know who you are, you get to transmute. You get to change it. Change it right now. Hello, JS plus C. He said you need help. I said I've been doing what you say, really, and nothing. I went through a lot that I can't even say here. Okay. Hello, Mia. You have a query in. Okay. And now we're going to JS plus C. What is that? Quamon pronoun. I don't even know how you pronounce all that, but I'm just going to call you J's plus C. Is that J's plus C or JS plus C? Right now, all of the things that you've experienced, you can change it. First, you must forgive yourself. That's the decision. That's what we're going to decide with step one, to forgive ourselves. We're not going to hold ourselves in prison to the past. We're not going to hold ourselves hostage to the past. We're going to view the past as something differently. We're going to see it as something that we've experienced based on ignorance. We had no idea of who we were when we were experiencing those things that we were experiencing. But now we're going to operate in love. A lot of those things you've experienced was a result of fear. Fear of not being wanted, fear of not being loved, fear of being taken advantage of, fear of all of those things resulted in the experiences you had that were very unfavorable, very unwanted, and you may describe them as traumatic if you so desire to see it that way. But now you're going to see it from a different perspective. And you're going to see it as it was just something that you experienced and it was not based in love. And now you're going to choose to love you. Now you're going to choose to pour into you. Now you're going to choose to recognize there's absolutely nothing wrong with you. You are perfect just the way you are. You are whole, complete, and you lack no good thing. And you must go to sleep every night giving thanks for knowing this truth. This is step number 2, giving thanks for actualizing, for acknowledging, for recognizing that you are complete and whole, that you lack no good thing, that you deserve everything because of who you are, not because of anything you've done, not because of any past accomplishments, just because of the recognition of knowing who you are. And then you're going to remain faithful to that. So we're going to do this every day. Every time we think of it, every time we wake up, we're going to imagine our life this way. We're going to go to sleep knowing that I am cared for, that I am loved, that I am the operant power. I am the God of my experience. I am, and whatever I say I am, that's what I shall be. So from now on, I'm going to speak nothing but kindness about me. I'm going to speak nothing but loving things about me. I'm going to see myself as the perfect being that I am, that there is nothing impossible to me because there is nothing impossible to love, and love is who I am. Love never fails. And we must begin to operate from that mindset. Where the old story tried to make an appearance again, of course it will. But then you just remind yourself, that's the old story. I choose not to think that way anymore. I'm going to choose to tell the new story. And every time the old story tries to make an appearance, every time the old story tries to rise up, we're not going to judge it. We're not going to condemn it. We're not going to feel guilty, shame, remorse, or regret. What are we going to do? We're going to give thanks for knowing the truth now. We know the truth now. We know the truth now. And the truth is that I am loved, that I am perfect, I am whole, I am complete. There's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing to fix. There's nothing to heal, because who I am God. Because why I am God. God doesn't need healing. God doesn't need fixing. God just needs to remember who he is, who I am, who she is. You are the God that came down to experience this thing called human. Hey, hello, One Fia Sam. Is that Onifia Sam or One Fia Sam? Welcome, YouTube family. Okay, me, you said I'm manifesting my BF and I to be together. Me and my boyfriend to be together. Okay, he says he thinks we are two different paths, and he feels he can't change on his communicating issues with me and giving me attention. Okay. So what do you want, Mia? Hey, Sandy. Had a dream of everyone using the 4 steps and getting everything. Oh, yes. I love that, Sandy. Yes, use the 4-step method. Okay, the second one, Onifia Sam. Nice. Welcome. Hello, Luna. Glad for you to be here as well, Luna. Hey, Saturn. Oh, okay. You got them. They all yours, Saturn, whichever one you want. But here's the thing, Mia. Do you study Neville Goddard's teachings? Are you of a law of assumption? Do you study Neville Goddard, Mia? Say, wow, how ironic I came into this live soon as I had a question. Same as the one you're answering. Oh, okay. No coincidences. You've heard some things. Okay. So the premise of his platform is always there's no one to change but self. We don't look to change others. We look to change ourselves. Your experience with your boyfriend is based on your concept of him. So if you want to experience something different with the boyfriend, you have to change your beliefs about him. You must change the thoughts you're thinking about him. He can only show up in your world based on what you believe to be true about him. So once you decide, which is step number 1, to see him differently, to think differently about him, I don't care what he's saying. This is your life. This is your script. You're the star of this movie. So this is your production. So it's the wonderful romance of Mia and her significant other, her boyfriend. So we're writing this script of love, right? Of a beautiful romance, an amazing relationship. And so we're going to script what it is that we want our boyfriend to come in and play his role as. And he's going to play the role based on your concept. So what do you think of him? And you have to, and number 2 is very important. Number 2 is that you have to acknowledge that this version of him already exists. He's already this person. So you're going to give thanks for him being this person. You're going to know that that's who he is. And so number 3 is the creme de la creme. Without it is impossible. You got to believe it. You got to have faith. Without having faith, without step number 3, knowing that it's true, without knowing that this thing is true, without knowing it's true, without having faith that he is exactly who you say he is, without that, you ain't going to experience it. And number 4 is so important. Number 4, we don't go have conversations with the boyfriend to try to make him this way. No, number 4, we be still and we know. Number 4, we go to sleep in the state knowing that he is this person that I have imagined him to be. That he's amazing, that he's a great communicator, that we get along so well. It's a beautiful love relationship. It's the most romantic thing I could have ever dreamed of. It's better than I ever could have imagined. We don't do anything to make it so because it's already so. You're already in an amazing relationship. So allow him to show up as you see him. And then the old story sometimes tries to make an appearance. The old story tries to come up. But then you're going to say, that's the old story. I didn't rehearse it that way. No, I'm telling the new story. Even when he tries to come in and start rehearsing the script of the old story, you don't react to the old story. You say in your mind, that's not the script I gave you. You are actually a loving, communicating, wonderful, amazing boyfriend. I didn't give you that script, but you don't say it to him. You say it to you. You're living in your mind, because in your mind, you're, what they call it, thought transmission. You're transmitting to him the images you want to see already within him. But we got to remain persistent. We got to remain consistent. We have to persist in the new reality, the new story. It's so important. It's so important. So important. Hello, Lisa. Hello. Hello, NYB. And hello, YouTube fam. I'm on YouTube and I am on TikTok. We're streaming on both platforms. How can you speak? I'm persisting through negative emotions. Thanks. Yes, daughter of the now. Stop labeling them as negative emotions and just say that they're old habits. They're just old habits. They're not negative. They're not positive. They're just habitual. And you're choosing to create a new habit. You're choosing to think differently. Every time that emotion that doesn't feel so good arises, you say, oh, that's based on the old story. I choose to tell a new story. I choose to remain steadfast and consistent in the new story. I'm going to remain committed to the new story. Stop judging the old as wrong or right, good or bad, positive or negative. Just see it as what it is, an old story, a past experience. That's all it is. So MIB, how do you feel about saturation sessions? I know you said techniques don't really matter because it's all about you. Absolutely. So you just answered the question. All techniques work because it's all based on belief. Exactly. If you love it, then do it. If it works for you, don't try to fix what ain't broke. Change thoughts of him like he wants to be with me. He wants to change and fix his issues to be. No, okay, so Mia, they're not issues. Let's not judge it. And it's not focusing on what you don't want. All that statement just all focused on what you don't want. What is it that you do want? Get clarity about the type of boyfriend you want, And here's the thing. This is so important. Your focus is too much on him instead of your focus being on you. So when you know that you are the prize, that you are the operant power, that you're irresistible, that who wouldn't want to be in a relationship with you? Who wouldn't do all they needed to do in order to keep you in their life? Put the focus on you. Make it more about you and less about him. You giving him the power. He has no power in your reality. That's your world. But do you believe that? Do you know that? Do you know that that no one else has power in your world? That he's there playing a part based on your concept of yourself? What is your true concept of yourself? Do you think he the prize or you think you the prize? Do you think you're glad it's a joy for you to be with him, or is it the other way around? It's a joy for him to be with you. Right? So I am on TikTok and I am on YouTube, guys. TikTok, Prosperous Living with _T, and YouTube, Prosperous Living with Toyia. What about the 3D going in while I'm manifesting to be an eraser? 3D doesn't matter while we're talking about it. The 3D, here's the thing. Your circumstances are to show you where you are. And so if you're having circumstances that still are operating from the old stories because you're still making the old story prevalent in your world, stop giving your attention to what doesn't matter. And getting it's not about, you got to let go of, and I know you all listen to so many coaches, so many teachers, because they want you to be reliant upon them. This is the great thing about me. I'm not trying to get you to buy anything, and I'm trying to get to coach you. Do no one-on-ones with you. I'm not, this all free. This is all free. This is what I need you all to do when it comes to those circumstances y'all seem to be so concerned about. Just tell yourself it's the old story and move on with life. Don't judge it. Don't condemn it. Don't label it. It's an old story. Oh, the old story is trying to show up. I don't think that way anymore. And move on. Don't start talking about I got triggered, downward spiral. Stop calling people narcissistic and low vibrational. Stop labeling. Stop judging it. If you're going to judge it, always judge righteous judgment, which means what? To think right about it. You're supposed to think as Philippians 4:8 says, think on the lovely, think on the pure, think on the noble, think on the just, think on what is true. If there be anything of praise, anything of good report, think on these things. You got to be like those three monkeys. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. Y'all see evil, y'all hear evil, yeah, y'all speak the evil. Y'all doing everything opposite of what you should be doing. Learn to be mindful, to be aware of your thoughts. And if they don't lend themselves to what you desire, that just change them. But stop judging them. There's no wrong or right. There's no good or bad. Only what thinking makes it so. So stop thinking that way. Just decide to think differently. That's it. It says this referring to God? No, it's referring to ourselves, Benjamin. And welcome. Hey, Michelle, you said this is helpful because I don't want to work in my current job and I want to day trade. Well, you're doing it. Yes, Luna, it started last Saturday. So we'll be finishing up lesson 1 this Saturday. Yes. Hey, Lola, welcome. Hello, Charity, welcome. Hi. I don't know how long you were when you posted that because I'm doing YouTube and TikTok, so back and forth. But good morning. Hey, Vanessa. So talk about the end story. I always have been trust and believe when I chosen wanting designer, resistible, automatic, unforget. I don't know. Restate that. I didn't quite understand what you were saying, Cookie. Hey, Saturn T, tell me why my SP's friend seems to be playing wingman. I'm trying not to get my hair about it. Oh, then change it. Oh, you said you're new to this. Where do you start? Well, I started with Neville Goddard. That's why I started. I started with Dr. Joseph Murphy. You can also get my books, 30-Day Transformation Journey and The Recipe for Life. They're all free. I do believe that I have the links here on YouTube, or you can go to my bio on my IG, which is Royal_T Forever, or you can go to TikTok, which is Prosperous Living with _T, and you can find the links there, my link tree links there. But Neville Goddard is a great place to start. I don't know if you have any religious background. He uses the Bible to communicate the truth. Yes. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Intuition is our higher self that knows and sees the whole pic of what we want, right? Yep. Hey, Dexter. Welcome. Magnetic, unforgettable, and irreplaceable. That's right. Hey, Belle the Goddess. Thank you. Hey, Bina Ali. Hi. Can I change my child's health conditions and circumstances with my assumptions? You absolutely can. There's 4 steps right here on the screen. So you decided that your child is well, right? Let the weak man say, I am strong. And number 2, we're going to give thanks that the health is already now. We're going to give thanks. We're going to recognize, acknowledge that the health, because you're not asking for something that does not exist. Health is already now. And number 3 is so very important. Number 3 is that you must have faith. You must believe. You must know. You must trust that the inner being within your child is seeking to express well-being. That's what it is. It is seeking to express well-being through your child, because the I am only knows well-being, only knows health. You must remain faithful to that knowing, regardless of what symptoms may show up, regardless of what circumstances may show up. You must continue to remain committed and persistent in knowing that all is well. And every night you go to sleep, you're going to sleep in this state of knowing. You're giving thanks for already seeing your child's health in a best possible way, right? And number 4 is so very important. All steps are important. They all are important because they all work together. They all work in unison with one another. Don't try to figure out how or when the health will be expressed. It's now. You only have now. And the biggest thing is not to let the old story deter you or make you fearful or bring doubt, right? You want to remember that that's the old story. Those symptoms are from the old way you used to think. And now what? You're rehearsing the new story. You're rehearsing anew. So even though it may appear that things aren't getting better, it may appear to be even getting worse, you have to tell yourself that all things work together for the good. That is impossible for the I am within you, within your child, to fail. That love only seeks to express love, and that's who you are. That's who the I am is. The I am is love. Hey, Naja. Good morning. Can prove that you're right. Hey, you're both right in your own eyes, right? You are both right in your own eyes. There's no right or wrong. You are both right in your own eyes. Because whatever you believe to be true is going to be true for you. Yeah, if I judge others, I judge myself. Yeah, oh, I like that. Old circumstances trying to come up, but I don't think that way anymore. Yep, absolutely. Truth hurts, LOL. Being still is the only thing we can do. Yep, we don't do anything. It all happens naturally. It all happens automatically. But what are you trying to prove? Say, when the old thoughts resurfaced, I used to think, oh no, am I slipping? But I like how you put that. Yes, Lisa. Hey, Lux Vision. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm on YouTube and I'm on TikTok. We're streaming on both platforms. Yes. They always show up on time, SM. Always show up on time. It's never late. Never, never, never late. Because it's only now. There's no time in consciousness. There's only the eternal now. You're so welcome, Bina Ali. One thing I find that instantly helps me is letting go of how I think my life should go. Exactly. That's number 4. That's number 4. You don't worry about the how. You be still and you know. That's the detachment. That's the letting go you have to do. Let go of thinking you know the how, because you don't. No man knows the way. No man. I don't care what someone else may tell you. Don't no man know the way, the day, the time, and when the manifestation shall show up. No one does. So if I thought he was right, but he said you were only going to reflect back to me what I felt. Right. That's not true, buddy. Said your fears are always reflect back. I agree with Buddy. I will appear to you however you think I am. And I will appear to him however he sees me. It's because it's your thoughts you'll see, not mine. You will only see your own beliefs. because you can only experience your own consciousness. So if that's what you think of me, then that's what you'll experience. That's how I'll show up for you. And no one will be able to convince you otherwise. If you think that, if that's what you think, then that's because I'm going to show you things based on what you think. It ain't that it's true. You're thinking it, which means what? You're creating it. It doesn't mean that you're right. It just means that's what you think. And since that's what you think, that's how I'll show up. We 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, Luna. Good to see you too, Lux Vision. Oh, okay, cool. What's up, Paula? Yes, we only see the contents of our own. So here's the thing, Naja. If you believe that, right, you're going to act a certain way towards me because your behavior will be based on your thoughts. So you're going to interact with me in a certain way based on your fears, based on your beliefs. But if you understood that I'm you and you're me and everyone is you pushed out and I can show up only based on your concept of me, you would have a different concept of me so I could show up differently. I could show up as that version. Yeah, so true. You can use identity shifting to change how I perceive others around us as well. Yep. Hey, Key. Am I the only one who asked for SP to come back and then decided absolutely not? I want better. No, Key, you are not. I hear that all the time, Key. I hear that all the time because the key is once you start loving on you, once you put the focus on you, what? You've changed. And since you've changed, what? Your taste may change. You either end up desiring them even more, or you find out, they're really in my cup of tea. Yep, that's it, Naja. That's it. Yep. The 16-year-old strikes again. That's beautiful that he understands this so well. That is so beautiful. That is so beautiful. Yep, you're becoming one with that thought. Yep. Yep. So I've not only done that with relationships but with others' desires as well. I know that's why my taste always improves. Yep. I ended up desiring them more. Hey, that's cool too, Saturn. Hey, it's your world. There's no wrongness. Oh, thank you, Key. Thank you. It's all love. It's all love, sis. It's all love. Hello. I am Tracy. Welcome. So we rocking it here on TikTok and on YouTube. Yes. YouTube over here, TikTok over here. So I'm back and forth. Playing double dutch. You can live multiple lives in your imagination. Yep. And select the one you like the most. My life isn't successful according to society standards. How to detach from all of that. You have to decide, Simi, are you trying to be validated by society? That's how you detach. If you're looking for validation from society, it will be difficult for you to detach from it. You have to seek your validation from within. You have to come to the realization that your world is based on your concept of it. And so you really could change that and say, I'm as successful, that society sees me as successful because I say I'm successful. You can just change that around. Society sees me as successful because I see myself as successful. That's really it. The world sees you as you see yourself. So do you see yourself as successful? Then the world will see you as successful. The greatest of the great, right? Yes, absolutely. That's amazing, Lux. Hello, Rosalind. Hello. Hello. Is that Takasha, the radiant leader? I sometimes go back and forth between deciding what's the one thing will make me solidify my decision. Ask yourself the why, and the why, it shouldn't even be all that deep. Here's the thing. You don't have to choose. Who told you had to choose? Why you can't experience them both? I want them both. I don't want to choose, right? These is red bottoms. These are bloody shoes. You ain't got to choose. I can get them both. I don't want to choose. You ain't got to choose. Exactly. This your world. This is your world. Right. Say my favorite question. Who told you that? Right. You can have whatever you like. I tell you, you can have whatever you like. I can treat you so special, so nice. Yep. You can have it all. It's your world. Yes, I am a mood. Yeah. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm not talking about no man. You can have whatever you want. I'm not you're limiting it. There's no limitation. No limitation. So don't put one there. Oh, yes, Rosalind. The best conversations ever is the one with self. Those are the best conversations you'll ever have, Rosalind, are the ones you have with yourself. I talk to myself because there is no one to talk to. People ask me why, what I do, what I do. I talk to myself. Hey, you're supposed to talk to yourself. Talk to yourself. Yes. Say, I love it. Got style. I got grace. Yes. So y'all better stop. I'm gonna have 3 husbands. Hey, it's your world. Yes, I love talking to myself too. You got to. You got to remind yourself of who you are. You got to continuously remind yourself of who you are. And no limitations. There's no wrong or right. It's only wrong if you think it's wrong. That's a law you're creating for yourself. So don't create the law that something is wrong. No. Happy is the man. I'm always going to use scripture. Happy is the man that condemns not himself in the thing in which he allows. You chose it. Stand 10 toes down. Own it. It's yours. It's your world. Right? Neville Goddard reminded us, you're the producer, you're the author, you're the director and the star. You're also the editor. You also get to redact it. You also get to change it if you don't like it. Right? You're the chief editor in charge of your life. You get to change some things around if you don't like how they're showing up in your world. Right? Hey, A-Town. On a great afternoon, millionaires, kings, and queens. Yes. Yep. That should be happy. I chose them out of all these. Exactly. You got to know that you're the prize. It's your world, right? And the thing is, you have to remember, this is how I live my life. I live by the golden rule. Treat people as I want to be treated, right? I'm going to think of others as I want to be thought of. How do I want to be thought of? So that's how I'm going to think of others. Because what? I'm the only thinker in my reality. I'm the only one having these thoughts. I'm the only one feeling this way. It's all me. It's always me. Yes, you are the vessel. I'm the joy of my reality, right? I'm only going to see what I believe to be true. So what do you believe to be true? What are you saying about your world? What are you saying about it? Are you saying there's some slick MOs out here? Some slick MFOs? Some slick, man, I gotta wash my back everywhere I go. Some slimy MFOs out here. Slimy. Is that what you're saying? Or do you say that everyone that you meet is a link in the chain of your good? Do you see happy people wherever you go? Do you see people always blessing you and uplifting you and encouraging you and inspired by you? Then when you come into a room, you are the light, you are the joy, you are the peace. That wherever you go, you are a VIP and you always get something for free. Why? Because of who you are. We have to understand we get based on who we are, not on what we do. I know the world would like to tell you that. Oh, you got it because you did this, because you did that. Before you ever did this and that, you had to be it before you ever did anything. Say, thank you. Myron Golden says something powerful. I've been meditating on words determines how you see yourself. Yep. Yep. I walked into a Tim Hortons that my mom said was closed. They said they were doing training, and the manager asked if I would like something or donuts, and I said, sure, yeah. Yep. And he gave me a free little donuts box. And it's not even if you cheat, you get cheated on. It's if you think that there are cheaters, your world is going to prove to you that cheaters exist. If you believe that it's hard for people to be honest and loyal and faithful, if you believe that's difficult for people, then your world will prove to you just how difficult it is for people. But if you understand that generally people are honest, generally people are good people, generally speaking, people just want to be loved, people just wanted to be seen, people want to be heard, people want to be inspired, want to be motivated, want to be seen. That's what people want. And so if you can come into life with that mindset of compassion and understanding and love, that's what you will see. You always see you. You always see your beliefs. That's why it's important to deconstruct from society's norms, because societal norms had you dealing in fear. Everything the world talks about is from a fear-based mentality. But over here, Prosperous Living with T, Prosperous Living with Toyia, we speak love. Love. Love knows no boundaries. Love is boundless. Love is infinite. Love is eternal. Love never fails. So I want to publicly apologize to you, Mrs. Toyia. I'm so sorry. I thought you was a CPS spy. So I am so sorry. Buddy said you only were showing me my own fears. So again, I am sorry. Oh, it's okay, Najwa. It's okay. It's nothing to be apologetic about. You don't have to apologize. You owe me no apologies. You don't owe me any apologies. You know, I understand we all are where we are based on what we have been told about different things, right? And it's okay. You know, it's okay. You don't owe me anything. I appreciate you for sharing that. I appreciate you for the courage. I mean, there might have took some courage for you to do that. But I want you to understand, I don't hold anything against you. Always gonna greet you with love and with a holy kiss, with a wholeness. Because I understand that we are co-creators in our experience. So I created this experience just as much as you did. I drew you into my experience just like you drew me into yours. So I'm never going to run from that. accountability, because that's all I teach is accountability. And I'm accountable for my thoughts. My thoughts. I'm accountable for my thoughts, for my beliefs. That's why I always say, I know there is no need for shadow work or inner work, because when it's time for you to deal with a thing that's latent within you, it's going to come up. And it's going to cause you to have to deal with it. It's going to make its appearance. What's in you is going to come out of you. So what? So you can change it. Because it's always an infinite unfoldment. There's always infinite things, because some things we got within us that's the deeply rooted, held concepts and beliefs, that it takes a certain situation to make an appearance for you to realize that you have that belief. And the only reason you're having it is so what? Not to judge it, not to condemn it, but to change it. That's it. Just to change it. The people all over the world join hands, started live train. Yes, a love train. Yes, people all over the world. Love train. Come on, love train. Love train. People all over the world. And this stuff is free. The air we breathe, the sunshine. Yeah. Yeah, so I affirm everyone in Hey Big D 1020. I affirm that everyone in this chat receives life-changing amounts of money. Now, yes, I claim that too. Hey, big money, big money, big money, big money, big money now. Yes. So many people have a hard time with 3. Yeah, we don't stay committed enough to realize the desire, because we all think it's supposed to be this microwavable moment. But we came to experience this thing, this concept, this construct of what we call time. We all came to experience everything we're not, right? We're spiritual beings, so everything in the spirit is what? Now. But everything in this third dimension, thing is slow, it beats slow, and it takes a maturation process, right? Every seed has its own what? Time frame. Every seed does. Every seed. Right? So I feel so bad now because Buddy still wants to share Mrs. Toyia's magic. I was going to change his school because people still ask him about Mrs. Toyia's magic. I just had so much fear that you was a CPS. Interesting. That I was CPS? But you came to my life, Naja. You came to my life. I didn't seek you out. But okay, I guess, but that's the thing. When you operate in fear doesn't allow you to speak, to think from a reasoning mind, from a rational mind. Fear has you doing things out of desperation, out of confusion, and not from a place of love, right? Because fear is the opposite of love, right? And so when you operate in fear, you're not made perfect in love. So that's why, here's the thing, Naja. I don't want you to beat yourself up. I don't want you to feel bad. This thing had to happen because this had to elevate me in love as well, right? I had to elevate and be more loving. And because, to be honest, Naja, I was questioning a lot of the success stories. We're gonna keep it all the way real. Some of the stuff y'all was saying just seemed like a lot of fluff. And I was okay with that. I was like, it was no harm, no foul. I didn't see any wrongness in it because you were sharing what I was teaching. So that was like, that's a win-win-win for me. But not just for me, but for all people to understand that what is innate and inherent with all of us. Because what I'm sharing isn't new. It's like I said, it's stuff that I gleaned from studying Neville Goddard, Dr. Joseph Murphy, Reverend Ike, and the Bible itself. I used to be a Sunday school teacher. So a lot of these stories I already knew, but I knew it from the church mindset, not from the awakened mind. So all things work together for the good. So it's never a reason to feel bad or feel ashamed or guilty or apologetic for any experience. The experience is what? To lift you to a higher state. So you get a better understanding of who you are, of who we are, and always come from a place of love. See, that's been coming up for me when I go all in what I want. I'm constantly facing matters of my self-worth. Yep. Yes. Hey, neighbor wave. Yes. Buddy and Caleb are the same person. Yes. And said, I'm gonna challenge myself to a 3-day commitment. Yes. We focus on the present and not what's coming, what it has already passed. Yep. What is a manifestation of previous thoughts. Yep. Exactly. Yep. Fear isn't logical. Nope. Excuse me, that's not a win for the people who believe in it. So I just saw as proof that I will have my numerous testimonials coming in just like you were. Yep. And to say, welcome back, fam. The old story is gone. That's it, L Glaze. The old story is gone. Yes. Just the process, and I was excited for. Yes. Lux Vision. Yes. Say, okie dokie. Back to TikTok. Oh, you was confused on the TikTok, neighbor. He said, wait a minute, I gotta go over to YouTube. Neighbor said, wait a minute, I gotta go over to YouTube and check out what y'all talking about, because I was confused. I missed your answer. Sorry. Is intuition based on our old beliefs or higher self that knows? It's the higher self. You can call it intuition. You can call it higher self. You can call it subconscious mind. You can call it source. We have so many names for the nameless, for the undefinable, dream woman. We give so many names to it, but yes, your intuition, that inner knowing, your inner God, your inner self, your higher self, your Christ consciousness, the source, the all. Yes. So I came on here because I was confused on the TikTok. Oh, you see it. I see that already. Okay. Say, buddy said the same thing, Naja. Yeah. But like I said, it's all, it is what it is. Ain't no seriousness in it. Ain't no need to feel no kind of way. Like L Glaze says, the old story is it is what it is. It it's just an experience. Don't beat yourself up. So it's inner knowing. It isn't based on old beliefs or fear, right? Exactly. No. The God self, your intuition never operates out of fear. It's only love. It's only love. Dream Woman, I have a YouTube video I want you to go watch. It's by Dr. Joseph Murphy. It's called Let Go and Let God. Type in on your YouTube, Let Go and Let God. It's about, I don't even think it's more than 20 minutes. He gives about 3 or 4 success stories in the video. He's telling you how to trust in the higher self. He's going to use the term God a lot because he does, come from scripture. But if you understand Joseph Murphy, even though he used the term God, he's talking about the higher self. He's talking about the inner knowing. He's talking about The subconscious mind. Second question, how do I persist in action in business while imagining it's already done? So many mental blocks. Here's the thing with the action in business, dream woman. All of your actions are based on your self-concept. So are your actions based in fear or are based in love? Are you doing it simply because you enjoy it, or are you doing it because you think you have to make something happen? Because you can't. You can't make anything happen. Everything you do comes from your beliefs about yourself. Hello, Overstand 27 saying, I'm late. Who are you asking? Who am I asking regarding what? I don't. To show how your reality reflects you. My chat GPT just told me to spill the tea. That's cute, Lux. That's cute. So manifest a relationship with major influencers, local and abroad, attracting leverage needed. Yes, yes, that's beautiful. Yes. What if you're starting to feel jealous that my parents are only helping my sister and not me? Is that poor self-concept? I wouldn't judge it as poor. Don't judge it as poor, but it is a belief. Is that a belief you want to keep holding? Is that a belief you want to keep experiencing? Then you have to change the belief. You got to change the thought. Don't judge the thought, just change it, right? You change it. How do you want to think? Be happy for that they're helping your sister, because your sister is you. So be thankful that they're there lending a helping hand, that they're not only assisting you, but they also are assisting her. They're also assisting you. Like, what is it that you want? Because it's your thoughts that are creating your reality. It's your perspective of what's going on that you're allowing this to become a thing, when it should be like, it shouldn't be a thing. Should it be? Should it be a thing? Like, do you see it? It's okay that they help her? Are you seeing some wrongness in that? Say, it's so many people in your life that have had success from Buddy. I even let him FaceTime with the church people. I'm going to expose my DMs now. His twin told me that he was on TikTok. I had deleted it. I just don't want him to feel like he has to sneak around. Yeah. I feel you do. And my thing is, there's no right or wrong, Naja. You just have to do. I understand you're the guardian and you have to make the choices that you feel is best. Just know that no choice is wrong. You do what's in your heart to do. Don't do anything out of guilt, out of fear, out of shame. Do it because you want to do it and for no other reason. You don't owe anybody anything. I'm scared to trust my higher mind, because what if it wants something different from me than my desire? No, remember, you get to choose, right? Based on the 4 steps, based on the scriptures. Therefore, I say unto you, what things you desire, when you pray, believe you've received them, and you shall have them. It's all you, boo. See, you think you and your higher self are separate. You're not separate from your higher self. You are the I am. Keyed low, as Neville Goddard would say. But see, it sounds like you still got that God apart concept, that God can give you a blessing or not give you a blessing, or God. No. The I am The mind, the creative mind, can do exceedingly abundantly above all you can ever ask or think, according to the power that works in you. And that power that works in you never fails. It never fails. It will give you more than what you've asked for. It will exceed your expectations. But as you come to know who you are, do your desires change? Yes, that's a part of life. That's a part of unfolding. But you ain't going to feel bad about it. You're not going to feel sorrowful. It's not a wrong thing. It's not a right thing. It's just something that happens. The more you get to know you, the more you get to realize what it is that makes you feel good about you, about what you came here to experience. Right, Crystal. Definitely not. Right. So then see them as helping you too, then. That's it. Yes, we've been taught not to trust ourselves. Yep. Say, I got it all. It never fails. Yes. Oh, thank you, Saturn. Yes. And Satan is just as Dr. Joseph Murphy, when I was listening to that lecture he gave yesterday. Well, he didn't give, but someone posted on YouTube. And he said that I can't is the biggest devil in the universe. I can't. That is the biggest devil. That is the only devil in the universe to say that you can't do something. That's negating the power within you. There's no such thing as I can't. There's only I can. And it made me think of my grandson. Remember I told you my grandson said that God is I can and the devil is I can't. And then I heard Dr. Joseph Murphy say that exact same thing when I was listening to that specific video yesterday. So I thought you sent those people to my DMs. Hell, I was wondering why. That's when I became tearful that you were a CPS, or fearful that you was a CPS. So I try and take him away, because why come to my DMs? It's all good. No. Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. And I thought you all were making the DMs up. I thought they weren't real. I thought that you were going maybe to Reddit or something, especially when I was questioning it and then you all didn't want to provide proof about it. I was like, is it real? Because I wanted them to be real, but then I was like, some of the stuff you all were saying just didn't seem to, some things had me questioning. So I was like, I mean, it's your world. You get to tell whatever world you want to tell. It ain't for me to say what you should or shouldn't tell. But I was like, this is my platform, though. So, y'all want to spread it and do it. Y'all have to do it according to what y'all want to do it for. I'm like, I have to run my platform how I'm going to run my platform. So, yes, some things that I was hearing, I was like, I was questioning. I was. And my thing is, the things I was questioning are easily verifiable. I wasn't questioning things that could not be verified. And I felt like, but why even go through all that? It's not even that deep. You want to tell the story and you all saying it's true, then you don't have to convince me of anything. So I just kind of let it go after it ran its course. It wasn't that. I'm like, okay, we get to create our reality. We get to tell whatever stories we want to tell. And it's not about if I believe it. It's if you believe it. I don't have to believe anything. And that's what we have to understand. It's not up for me to believe you. It's up for you to believe you. Don't try to convince me of nothing. Because I got a brain and I'm going to think some things. And if you telling me something that can easily be verified and then you getting mad because I'm asking you to verify something that can be easily verified, I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I'm just going to back off because I don't blindly follow nobody. I don't do that. I have faith in me. I believe in me. And I'm teaching you to believe in you. I want you to believe in you, not believe in me, not take it because Toyia said it, because Toyia sound like she know what she talking about. Toyia said it because she, she can quote Neville, she can regurgitate, what others are saying. I not only can regurgitate what they're saying, but I live this life. This ain't no thinking the funk over here. I ain't trying to convince nobody of nothing. I'm sharing what I know. What I know. And what it is, I want you to know it. I want you to know it. Not just me to know it. I want you to know it. So that's why I give it away for free, because I ain't trying to convince you of nothing. I ain't trying to convince you of nothing. I'm not trying to get no Rolodex of clients. That ain't what I'm doing over here. And that's no shade to those who have clients, because that's your reality and you get to create it. Be the best coach you gonna be. Be top notch. Be the one that's gonna get results, right? Charge whatever you're gonna charge, because whatever you charge, you believe somebody gonna pay for it. They'll pay it. They'll pay it if you believe that they will. If you want to charge $10,000 a session, charge $10,000 a session. You got a client list of $10,000 a session, because money ain't nothing but an idea anyway, right? Money ain't nothing but an idea. It's a construct too. I just choose not to make it transactional, but that's my reality. That's the reality I live in. I ain't asking nobody else to do what I do. That's a me thing, not a you thing. Yes. So I popped in. You spoke on exactly what I had going on. Thank you for being a messenger. Oh, you're welcome, Jess. You're welcome. Yes, Miss Toyia, thank you for being the message. So many people need to hear this. I love you. Oh, you're welcome, Belle the Goddess. Oh, yes. Thank you, guys. 10,000 likes. Thank you. Thank you. I'm assuming I'm the best whole star, even though I can just assume I won the lottery. Yep. I'm open to always. Yep. Open to always. I mean, everybody has their own. It's whatever you believe. Right, A-Town? It's whatever you believe. I know love is not conditional. And we've been convinced that life is transactional. But studying Neville Goddard taught me life is not transactional. It's whatever you believe you can have, it will show up for you. And you're going to get it based on who you are, not on anything you've done. So when you make it transactional, you say, I did that, so you must give me this. And I gave you this, so you must give me that. Like you're making it, I got it, in order to get this, I must do that. In order for me to give you this, you must do that. That's love is unconditional. And the only condition placed upon you for desires is belief. That's free. That costs you nothing to believe. But yes, the matrix that we created it transactionally, right? We pay for sun, for solar energy. We pay for electricity should be free, but we pay for it, right? Water used to be free, but now we pay for natural things on our plane. We have made them transactional, and we have monetized and commoditized and what is it? Made a commodity out of everything. Everything. But those that understand the law of mind, now the only thing you have to ever pay is attention. That's your currency. Oh, thank you, Sunflower. And say, I never heard that verse again, but he keeps this in his tongue. Yes. Oh. But there's no wrongness in it, right? There's no wrongness. We created it. It's our reality. Now you just now how to learn how to manipulate it for yourself. Manipulate it for yourself. That's why we created the lottery. We have casinos, right? The lottery says that you can have this lump sum of money for this minuscule amount that you invest in it, right? You just have to, some people have won and have only played the lottery once and have won the jackpot, right? They played it once. They get it $1 or $2, and then they run the jackpot worth millions, right? Because we're reminding ourselves, we create these things to remind ourselves it's not about what you do, because the action was so minuscule, right? It was that they had to believe that it was possible for them before they even purchased the ticket. They had to believe it was possible. It was the belief, not the action. The belief caused them to go buy the ticket, but they had to believe it was possible to win the money. Literally, I apply 2 jobs, but I also think I don't have to work. I'm already rich. Right, Saturn, right. Yes. That's going to be me speaking it into existence. I also want to manifest creating a fashion brand. Everyone loves my fashion. Yes. Right? And that's what those who listen to Abraham Hicks, right? That was their message, right? That your doing is so minuscule compared to what you reap, right? When you look at those who we consider to be corporates and rich or wealthy, they're not exchanging time for money. They exchanged ideas. Their ideas brought them their income, their money, their wealth, not their work, not what they did physically with the body. Is what they did mentally, is how they saw themselves. They believed in the thing. And then they got others to bring forth the dream. Yep. And anything. A few pieces I'll be wearing to New York Fashion Week will be from my own clothing. Oh, nice, Lisa. Nice. Oh, looking forward to seeing that. Yes. That's amazing. Looking forward to it. You say it's this Thursday, right, Lisa? Do you think self-concept is the most important thing? Yes. Self-concept. Because everything you do is based on your beliefs about you. Everything stems from your concept, what you think about you. That's how you behave. That's what cause you to do what you do based on who you believe yourself to be. Hey, I am Star. That's why when it comes to manifesting anything, like especially the SP seems to be a very big thing. SP. Do you know once you fall in love with you, the SP shows up? Thank you, Antoine. Oh, that's okay, SM. Grand risings. That's always going to be, thank you so much, Antoine. That's always going to be those who desire to, whether you want marriage, whether you have a specific person in mind, whether you just want a relationship, whatever you want, whatever it is you're desiring, whether that be health, relationship, money, whatever it is you're manifesting. Love is the key. I know Abraham Hicks says joy is the key. It's actually love. Love is the key. Because only the love finds love. The loveless never find it. You must love yourself so much that you won't compromise on your desires. You must love yourself so much to see yourself as whole, as complete. You must love yourself so much that you only experience well-being mentally, physically, spiritually, financially. Because all there is love. There's only love. That's all there is. Fear isn't real. Fear is the illusion. Fear is the creation of mind. Love isn't a creation. Love is. But fear, we created fear. Fear is the illusion. Yes, financial abundance. Yes. So claim your inheritance. See that you already are abundant. Go to sleep knowing, right? These are the 4 steps. You've already made your decision. You decided. You're wealthy. Number 2, you give thanks, acknowledging the wealth. You're not creating the wealth. The wealth already exists. You just have to recognize that you already are wealthy. That's number 2, right? Number 3, you must have faith. Without faith, it will be impossible to realize your abundance. It'll be very hard for you. It's impossible, really. That's the scripture. It's impossible for you to actualize wealth in your life without you remaining faithful to the knowing you already are wealthy, regardless of appearances. Regardless if the old story tries to come back and tell you, now you know you don't got enough money for that. And you have to say, oh, that's the old story. The new story says I actually am abundant already. That actually everything is already paid for. That the Father, all that the Father has already belongs to me, right? That the cattle on 1,000 hills already belongs to the Father. And since it belongs to the Father, it belongs to me. I just have to maintain that mindset. I have to remain faithful to that unseen reality. That's what faith is, right? The substance of things hoped for, the evidence of not being able to see it, right? And then number 4, this is the undoing. This is the deconstructing part, because we thought we made things happen. We don't make anything happen. Everything happens as a result of what? Your self-concept. Your self-concept now is I'm wealthy. And since your self-concept is I'm wealthy, guess what happens? You'll naturally do things that will what? Confirm your wealth. So then you'll get wonderful ideas, whatever that may be. Money will just start showing up. You'll start going places. You'll start getting stuff for free. You'll be getting treated like a VIP because you know you're wealthy. Right? Money just shows up like, oh my goodness, so-and-so just gave me some money. Oh my goodness, I just went and played, went to casino and I won this. Oh my goodness, I just got a promotion on my job. Oh my goodness, I just found one of my friends and they asked, I've been wanting to go into business. They asked me to go into business. Everything is already taken care of. They don't even want me to invest any money. They just want my ideas. So many, the ways are infinite and the ways are past finding out. That's why you got to be still and know that you are wealthy, and then wealth shows up. But I know you think you got to do something. But what about my job? What about I don't know the right people? What about I don't have the job I want says you need a master's degree. So how people get jobs. There are so many people that have jobs that they don't have a degree for, that the requirements, the prerequisite was to have a degree. There are no limitations to God. That's a man-made requirement. You're God. You supersede all man-made requirements. All you got to do is see yourself with the position. And whatever's necessary, they'll come up with some excuse. Oh, we normally hire people with a master's degree, but your experience, you just have so much experience, your wealth of experience, we're just going to give you whatever excuse they make. They'll come up with it, and they'll think that they came up with it. They'll think that they were the reason why they gave you the job, and you know that you were the one that gave you the job because you created it for yourself. Yes, man created fear. Yes, because the scripture reminds us that you were not given the spirit of fear. You were given power, love, and a sound mind. We call fear in the church, they call it Satan or the devil or demons. the God of this world is fear. But you're not in the world. You're in the world, but you're not of the world. So you don't operate as the world operates. The world operates from fear. You operate from love. Love is the only transforming power. Read 1 Corinthians 13, chapter, the 4th through the 8th verse. Read the NIV version or the English Standard Version, the ESV or the NIV. Wow, so the person I hadn't found love is because I didn't love myself. Yes. Oh, you're welcome, SM. Hey, Divination. Hey. Oh, thank you, SM. Thank you. Thank you. Nova's done, but I feel overwhelmingly by taking so much action. Yep. Stop doing too much. Dream woman. Thank you, Art Lees. Thank you. Say, I would like to manifest true and loyal friendship. Ever since I stopped practicing Christianity, I've been by myself. Okay. And so I believe there's a scripture in the Bible that says, to have a friend, you must first be found friendly, right? So you have to see yourself. This is your decision, right? You're the best friend that you know. You're an absolute wonderful friend, right? That's what you're claiming for yourself. That's what ask means: to claim, to command, to decide. Then number 2, you're going to give thanks for all the friends that have come into your experience. They're wonderful friends, amazing friends, because they recognize what? The friend that you are. Because you recognize the friend that you are, they recognize the friend that you are. So you have built amazing friendships because of who you are. Number 3, you must what? Have faith. You must believe in this knowing. Not trying to figure out where the friends are going to come from. Why? Because you already have them. They're already there. You're going out. You're having fun. You're going on trips. You're spending time with them at their home. They're spending time with you at your home. Like, it's an amazing thing. You have to know this. And as you go to sleep every night or during the day, whenever you take a nap, whenever you go to sleep, you have to go to sleep in this state knowing. And even when the old story tries to make the appearance, what you all like to call circumstances, I'm just going to call it the old story. Whenever the old story tries to make an appearance and tries to remind you of how lonely you are, but how can you ever be alone when you got you? You always got you. You're never alone. But even when the old story tries to tell you, you don't got many friends, you say, oh, that's the old story. Of course, my friends, they just at work now. They just had to go, they're shopping. We getting together later. Don't even try it. Right? And then number 4, do nothing to try to make these friends appear. They are going to show up in the most natural way. You're going to think they would have came anywhere. There may be some friends that you thought that you hadn't talked to in 10 years. It may be a new friend. I don't know. I don't know where these friends are showing up, but they're there and they're just waiting for you to claim the relationship. You must remain faithful to this knowing and do nothing to try to make the friendship, because the friendship is already there. Be faithful in that knowing. Continue to give thanks. And don't give over to the old story. We're only telling the new story. You have amazing, wonderful friendships that you can confide in. You share they love this. They love this journey. You've helped them so much with confidence and understanding who they are, and that they, whatever that friendship looks like. It's your script. You get to determine it. You get to write it. It's your world. So however you see the friendships unfolding, you write that script and you remain faithful to that new story. Ooh, yes. See, look at that. Look at that. All right. Trust in the process. Okay. But I feel overwhelmed. So I used to check my investment account daily. Now I don't even think about it. I already know. Yes. Sometimes I hate society. Its standards really do change to oneself. Yeah. Don't hate society. Know that society is asleep. That's all. Say, I got a job one time just by being from New York. Anything is possible. There you go. There you go. Thank you, Vanessa. There you go. There you go. Say, in a sound mind, I'm getting that tatted on me. Okay, okay. Yes, yes. Good afternoon. Yep, be a good friend to yourself. Hey, Mama Bear. Hey. Tell that ulcer you already changed the script. Narcissistic family members can do so much damage, causing you to assume the worst. Okay, stop calling them narcissistic. Let's change how we see them. They're showing up as you imagine for them to be. So here's the thing. This is where the golden rule comes into effect. The way you just described your family members, would you want them to describe you that way? Remember, you're the only thinker in your reality, thus the only creator. It's how you're thinking of them, they have to show up. And what is narcissism anyway? What does that mean? What is narcissism? I'm like, really, like, how do you define narcissism? What is that? What is the definition of narcissism? What does that mean? We need to unpack that because you hear that so much in the spiritual community. And I truly want to understand what you all mean when you say that, because it's not a term I use. I don't talk like that. Hey, Rhea Empire. Does this also apply to getting a relationship boyfriend? Does it mean you shouldn't go on dating apps? Hold on, Rhea. Wait a minute. I met my husband on a dating app. So no, that is not what it means. You said that dream was crazy. What dream? What dream, Sonny? Sani, what dream? Yes. Can anybody tell me what that means? Or what about kids with abusive parents? Did they think their parents to be that way? Here's the thing, Semi. Everyone comes into this plane to experience something. And that something is all based in fear. The world, when you enter it in as a newborn babe, you're entering the world of duality. You're entering a world of fear. Parents that do that have no knowledge of who they are. They have no knowledge of self. Absolutely none. And so that fear is going to materialize, externalize, manifest itself in infinite ways. Fear can show up. You're welcome, Charity. And so, yes, we as babes are what? We're subjected to our environment, to those who are raising us. Every last one of us are. And most of us come into this experience with parents who don't know themselves, who have no idea what love looks like, what love is, because they weren't loved, and then their parents weren't loved, and then their parents weren't loved, and then just a cycle, a cyclical of events that show that these people don't know what love is. So everyone was getting everything. Oh, I love that, Sonny. That is an amazing dream. Oh my goodness. You should be so excited. Right? You made me think of Oprah Winfrey. You get a car, you get a car, you get a car. Everybody, you get what you want. You get what you want. You get what you want. Everyone gets what they want. Yeah. I think what she means is carry out your 3D actions, but think in your end in the mind. Right. I mean, what's with the 3D? Y'all just, here's the thing. Just stop labeling everything. Just go through life without the labels, with the 3D, the circumstances. Just live your life. Hey, no more chasing the paper, just live your life. Oh, stop, judge, stop calling it the 3D and stop calling it circus. Just live your life. Just do what feels natural for you to do without judging everything you do. Just have fun. Too into your head, too all into your mind. Oh Lord. Like, stop it with the 3D talk. Because you didn't talk like that before you became a spiritual minded person. You didn't talk like that. We didn't talk like that before we came over here and we got all spiritual. And then everything became the 3D, the 3D, the 3D. No, it's just life. Just live your life. So that's where you can have grace for your parents because they truly just didn't know themselves. Yep, Vanessa, that's it. Hey, I am happy to be. Yes, good afternoon. Yes, hey, Red Mama Yeti. So they will hurt others by not being honest about their feelings, having been called this. Do I think therapy is necessary? Personally, what I think, I don't give, any type of medical recommendations. But I personally, let me preface that. No medical recommendations from Miss Toyia, from Mrs. Toyia. To me, therapy have you looking too much with the past. So I'm not a fan of it. But if it helps you, if you feel like talking about, well, what had happened was, let me tell you the story of my life. If you feel like that's necessary for you to actualize and accept the being that you are, by all means, do what's necessary for you because it's just an experience, right? It's just an experience. I just know that's not an experience I need to have. I don't need to go down memory lane. I don't need to do that. Memory lane is not a street I need to walk down anymore. For me. For me. It is because it is. I say it hurts and it isn't. It isn't what is going on inside. Yeah, you're gonna have to forgive, Red Mama Yeti. You gotta forgive yourself. I am that I am. I changed. I changed the name so everyone here to say I am happy. Oh yes, I love that. You say, yeah, I'd just like to hear your opinions. Thank you. It's better than 36912. No one understands that. Oh, that's who you are. You were 36912. Okay. Got you. Say, I am happy to be. Nice. Hey. Exactly. Exactly. What I said. If that's what you think you need to experience, then do it. That's what I said. There's no right or wrong. But I'm going to go by the Bible. Any man who looks back is not fit for the kingdom. Any man who puts his hand to the plow and looks back is not fit for the kingdom. You can't go forward by keep looking back. That's what I do know. That's what I do know. And most people, unfortunately, use that as a security blanket to not take accountability for their now present moment. Because it's always going to be, well, this person did this, and this person said that, and this person did this. They will forever be on a cyclical pattern of pointing fingers and never accepting accountability, knowing that I am everything, and I am created all of this experience. No one did anything to me. Everyone did it for me because of me. Because I came here to experience this. I didn't know it at the time, but now I do. Now, see, the world can have that because the world still operates in fear. You're operating in love now. So the only ever reason to look back is to see how far you've came, to see how far you've come, and not to use those experiences as something that defines you. But we can always say that something, like if you want to be defined by your past, then okay, that's a choice. You get to choose that. Oh, no, I don't, Sunflower. I don't. Right. Well, shoot, we making up all these problems that aren't even there. Yep. Say, how does one forgive oneself and holding judgment on others and past experiences? Right. Right. How do you forgive yourself if you're holding judgment on others and past experiences? You keep yourself hostage to that moment. You're keeping yourself prisoner of that moment. So I'm the only one that knew it was 12. It took me a while. I am happy to be. It took me, I kept saying, I'm like, that don't seem, they gotta be 12. The more I said it, it didn't, it finally dawned on me that that's 369 12. Because I was saying 369 1 2. 369, like, wait, that ain't what that is. It took me a while to get it though. In my case, my mom was I loved her more than anything. How did I manifest that? Did I say that you manifested it? It was something, and I don't really want to talk about these type of touchy subjects online, because I do know when we get into these discussions, I get the alert from TikTok. That's a very, very touchy subject when it comes to the transitioning and how one transitions, right? And those who, because I don't know where you are in your understanding of metaphysics and your understanding of that there's only life, that there is no unaliving, there's only life, that we're putting off the body, right? I don't know where you are in your journey of knowing thyself and understanding that life is eternal and that every unaliving is a choice, but we don't know it's a choice because we think that things happen to us as opposed to as a result of us, as a result of our beliefs at the time of the experience. Like I said, we all could come on this platform and tell of some unwanted experience. And we all could go into, well, this happened to me, or I know this happened to my cousin, or this happened to my grandmother, this happened to my father, this happened to my mother, this personally happened to me. We all can share in that understanding, right? We all can share an experience that would really boggle or haunt the mind. And so I'm not here to try to lessen someone's experience, belittle someone else's experience. And so what I've come to accept on my spiritual journey, and I understand everyone hasn't come to that understanding yet, but what I have accepted on my spiritual journey is that there are no accidents or coincidences, that everything happens as a result of our beliefs. And because we come into this experience in a fear-based mentality where we're told to fear others, don't trust others, don't trust yourself, be scared of this, be scared of that, be scared of God, be scared of the devil, be scared of yourself, be scared of others, distrust this person, distrust that person. The different things that happen in our world because of not knowing who we are and trying to grasp that concept of understanding why different things happen in our experiences and coming to a place that is comforting for the individual, in the individual's perspective. So I'm just gonna leave that right there. That's all, I'm just gonna leave that right there. Now, if you want further understanding of what I see regarding that, Being Ali, you can DM me and I'll give you my true perspective. Now that I'm not giving a true perspective, now I'm just not going deep into it. Because what I'm saying, I truly believe, but I'm just not going to go into a deeper understanding because I just, TikTok wants you not to go into certain topics. And I'm going to just honor that. So what do you think new people coming into this struggle with the most? What I just got through saying? Just what I just got through talking about, Simi? That's because that's the biggest, the whole transitioning out of the physical body, especially those who may have experienced some traumatic experiences with that, whether it be a parent or sibling or a grandparent or a friend or however. And if it was something that was, deemed as traumatic, trying to wrap your mind around how that became a manifestation or an experience, and wanting to take accountability for how that experience came about. That's something that's very challenging. It can be challenging. Right now, it's just making a habit to love because time isn't linear when we change the past does. Yep. Being a nurse practitioner, folk can take conversations and turn it if they are dreaming. Oh, yep. Okay, Elglaze, or starting to wake up. They don't understand, and therefore they need systems that are familiar. Okay, yes. Yeah, I think I define myself on my past. Say, can I have that talk on my YouTube, please? I guess if YouTube don't have those same restrictions. I say doing the work is necessary for manifesting to learn the skills and grow. Oh, you're welcome, Ben Ali. You're welcome. No one told me what it meant, Mama Bear. No one told me what it meant. So our parents could have implanted certain beliefs into our subconscious. But it's not just our parents. It's our whole world. This world is fear-based when you come into this experience, right? It's not just your parents. It's your school system. It's your government, right? It's your academia. It's academia. It's the government. It's your environment. It's everything. When you come into this world, it's all fear-based, right? We're told it was the rat race, right? We come in with the competitive nature, the nature of comparing ourselves, seeking validation outside of ourselves, right? That's the mindset we're given. You gotta, like we're told, people with my complexion, or, that those who say that they define or take on the identity of the African American, right? You got to work twice as hard to be seen just as good. Or, they told you, you had to have a certain type of education in order to get ahead. And, we were given all kind of things to say to breed this competition or this invalidation of self. It doesn't have to be, Sammy. It does not have to be. It does not have to be. Right. It's different. Exactly. Yep. It's different. Yep. That's why this is a lifestyle. It really is a lifestyle, and it's a choice. You're making a choice every day to think differently, to not be defined by the limitations that were placed on you, to not be defined by the fears that were given to you, right? But here's the thing. We all chose this. We didn't appear here on accident, right? We wanted to experience everything we're not. We came here to experience this duality. Okay, so Mama Bear, you said narcissism means blame shifter, lies, manipulation runners. Hey, Lysandra, welcome. Okay. Right, and practice, not right, to awaken, right? You came here to experience duality and then to awaken to non-dualism, right? Okay, so we're saying that the other person blames someone else, only tells lies, and manipulates others, right? So do you understand when you call someone a narcissist, you're creating that in your reality? It sounds like you have trust issues, and really you don't trust yourself. Because to say that someone else is lying, is manipulating, and is always blaming, that's really what you're doing. You're blaming them for how you feel. There are no lies, right? There's no such thing as lies. There's only stories. There's only narratives. You get to decide if you're going to believe it or not. That's why the law of life is the law of belief. Is what you assume to be true will be true for you. We're all here to manipulate reality, right? We're all here to change the world and make it the way we want it to be. What I don't understand, any true narcissist is a deeply injured individual. What does that mean? Where is that concept of choosing to come here and then forgetting who we are? Is it in the Bible? Yes, Genesis, El Glaze. The story of Adam and Eve. Right? It says that God caused a deep sleep upon Adam. It never says that Adam woke up. And during that deep sleep is when what? We get Eve, the splitting of the atom, the evolution. Adam and Eve being, out of the rib, right? And I think you said you were so you probably know more about the what is it, the RNA? I think that's what the rib represents, the RNA, not the DNA, but the RNA. So, and then the tree of knowledge of good and evil, that's duality. We ate off that tree. That's how we experience dualism. And we judge all day long, something wrong, something right, something good, something bad, calling somebody a narcissist. Why are we calling people narcissists? I still don't really understand what that means, because based on what Mama Bear shared, a lot of us already do that. So most of us will be calling ourselves narcissists because all of us have lied, all of us have blamed, and all of us have manipulated someone at some time in our life. All have fallen short of the glory. Every last one of us. I'm just wanting you all, the only reason I'm asking this, so we have to be very careful of the words we choose and how we describe others and how we label others, because you just don't understand. By you saying this, you're making it real in your world. So guess what? Someone's going to come play the part of the narcissist in your world. Is that what you want to see? You want to see narcissists in your world? How about we don't call, what happened to thinking of the lovely, the pure, the noble, the just, anything of good report, the truth of a being? Because the truth is everybody is I am. Everyone is God. Either they're asleep or they're not. They've awakened or they're still asleep. How you labeling people, you're just creating it. Your world's going to continue to confirm to you, yup, I told you what number narcissist. Yeah, because you created it. This your script. This your story. I don't know any narcissists. I don't know what that is. They don't exist in my world. To self, not others. More on your side of no labeling in general. Why love someone then? You say, why love someone then? Love is all there is. And why wouldn't you want to love you? Loving someone is loving you. Love the Lord with all thy heart, with all thy mind, and all that is within thee, which is loving yourself. And the second commandment is like unto it, love thy neighbor as yourself. Loving others, loving you, because there is only you. There's only I am. I spent 6 months watching news, putting fear in my mind, giving all of my energy away. Yep. Oh, so much fear and anxiety. So you are blaming them because you are fearful to leave, but you choose to stay and call them. I feel like all of the bad was on my shoulders, and it didn't have to be. Hey, Eli. Right. Why love them to treat them like this? You're probably going to be, you become your own. Yep, whatever that is. When you don't know love, how can you really express love? And when we come into this sleep state, we forget the knowledge of self. We forget to truly how to love. And here's the thing, that sleep state is levels to it. Just like that awakened state, it's levels to it. There are levels to being asleep, right? And all the parts, the I am is playing all of these parts of these levels, and some of the worst of the worst, and then not so bad, right? Then some of them, like, they don't know who they are, but they are the nicest, beautiful, amazing people. They always got a smile on themselves, on their face, but they still don't know that they're God, right? And then you have those on the awakened side, right? It's levels to that. Some people truly understand that extrasensory perception. Some people have really connected with the inner being, the higher self, and have actualized the powers like no other. And some of us are what we call babes in Christ. Some of us are just coming to the knowledge of who we are, the unfolding, and we still have to understand and accept the truth of our being. Levels. But guess what? It's infinite levels on both sides. Infinite levels. That just shifted my perspective. He said, I wish I never learned that word. Hello, Alexa. Hello. I get what you're saying, Mama Bear. But you have to understand that it's like the Christ said, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they're doing. Those asleep have no knowledge of true love or what real love. They have no knowledge of self. They're just doing, they are like automatons. They are like robots. They are just doing as the world told them to do. They're just doing what everybody else is doing. They're just living in the world of fear. And fear shows up this way. Right. We're our source energy, not the character here on earth. Exactly. Yes. Saying no cap off either. Okay. Hey, CC. Yep. We get to choose the character. This is the virtual reality. Main character energy is what you should be. Main character energy. Main character. Say that's what I'm saying about the president. Everything he says and does will benefit me and my people in spite of. Yep, that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, you just have to decide what type of world you want to live in. You just have to decide what type of world you want to live in once you awaken. Yes, as I remind us, when we were asleep, we dreamed all kind of horrors in our world. We were living on Nightmare on Elm Street. A lot of us have some horrific stories down memory lane. But now you've awakened on Fantasy Island and you get to rewrite the script and you get to tell a new story and you get to live your best life. You get to have the abundant life. You get to have your joy be full. You get to actualize your every desire through what? Being not conformed to this world, but being transformed by renewing your mind. Now it's time for the mind shift. Now it's time to give yourself all the stuff you thought that was impossible for you to have. All those things the world told you, oh, you got to have a certain amount of education. Oh, you have to have a certain amount of money in the bank. Oh, you have to know the right people. Oh, you have to have a certain talent or a certain skill. No, 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 no. Scripture says, therefore I say unto you, what things soever you desire when you pray, just believe you received it and you shall have it. That's all that's required. Faith. Faith moves mountains. Faith causes the impossible to be what? Possible for you. All things are possible to who? To them that believe. All it requires is faith. But yes, you must practice it. You must rehearse it. You must put off the former conversation. You got to stop telling the old story. That's the former conversation. Put it off. Stop telling that old story of lack, limitation, illness, and narcissism and all of these things that you don't want to experience anymore in your world. Stop telling that story. You gotta stop telling that story. That's why I don't agree with therapy, because therapy gonna have you tell that story. They're gonna have you dig all in the weeds. They're gonna have you going right back there. They're gonna have you, you gotta go and you gotta analyze it, you gotta look at it, you gotta talk about it, you gotta do all it, but if you feel that's necessary, do you? You feel it's necessary. I know a lot of people that have went to therapy. I don't know anybody it really personally helped. you know, because a lot of them that went to therapy still telling the old story. They went to therapy 2, 3 years, 6 months, 5 years, 10 years. Guess what they still doing? They still telling the old story. They still living in the past. They still have yet to let go of the past. They still stuck there. We're taught that being rich or wanting to be rich is a bad thing. Yep, I think this. Yep, yep. So I used to tell people that Christianity is just magic packaged as a fable. Oh, yes. I am is playing all roles. Help me realize just give grace. See God in all. Yep. Yep. Me too, Lisa. Yep. So many people need to know these limitations are embedded in people from childhood. Yep, they are. Yep. I'm amazing. Are you okay, Silver? I am amazing. We over here breaking down the walls, deconstructing, tearing down those structures of limitation, of Christian dogma. So I went to therapy and got the experience. It was a waste of my time, but they need right, L Glaze. As I said, it's for the experience, and some people need to experience it. Not everybody needs to experience it, but some people feel they do, and that's okay. That is completely okay. Yep. 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 It's just human labels. That's it. Yes, we are magical. We are magical, baby. It's a wonderful thing. Well, we've reached our 2-hour mark for the morning shift. So I do want to thank you guys. Thank you all for joining me here on Fantasy Island, where dreams really do come true. You get to live out your dream. You get to live out your dream world, your fantasy. Make it the most wonderful thing you could possibly imagine. As Neville would say, dream better than the best you know. Oh, you're welcome, Lysandra. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome, everyone. Oh, congratulations, Vanessa. Yes, yes, yes. That's amazing. Yes. Have a lovely day. Hope lots of magic happens. Yes, to you today. Yes. Yes, dream woman. Yes. I'm still manifesting the event, but I'm seeing the timelines. Oh, nice. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Oh, thank you, Vina Ali. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This knowledge is within all of us, though. And as you ask more, more will be shown. Ask, it is always given. Seek, and you shall always find. Knock, and the door will always be open. Because everyone who asks receives. Everyone who seeks finds, and everyone who knocks, the door is always opened. Yes, and I shall be back hopefully later this evening. Until then, have a great day, guys. Bye. Goodbye, YouTube family. Thanks for joining. Bye-bye.